Okay guys, I'm back, built different. We're gonna work the chest. We're gonna do chest a little differently. I've been, a big proponent of talking about incline, doing incline presses, anything incline related, not the barbell, but incline type activities, right? Now, with regard to the chest itself, as we're older, we have a tendency to lose more of the upper chest area. We don't want to necessarily lose that, but we also have to recognize we can't always be doing incline presses or incline related activities because we are always going to be engaging our delts as well. So there are times where we're going to have to focus on the flat bench in which we do certain exercises. But I'm not going to use a barbell for those exercises. You guys know my position on the barbell. The barbell sucks as far as bench press is concerned, especially for older guys. So I'm going to focus on two different exercises that we do with regard to your flat bench, which is very similar to the incline that I like to do. And sometimes you can throw in that third that I've done before on the incline, but right now I'm going to focus on two. I like to superset it. So the first is going to be just a straight dumbbell press. And I've warmed up already. So I'm going to grab the 20s. And with regard to the straight dumbbell press, this is just really straightforward as far as the activity and the action that's concerned when you're going up and down here. But again, just like with the incline press, I'm not out straight parallel like this. I'm in a little bit like this because I feel more comfortable with regard to my chest area when I do this exercise. And I go up and I don't lock out. I go up and I go down. And I'm allowing the weight coming down, I'm feeling it, and I'm going just maybe a little bit, just to about parallel. I don't go really, really deep down, full range of motion. Sometimes you can, depending upon what you're feeling that particular day. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to get a little bit of a stretch, focusing on the chest area, again, for that mind-muscle connection. At least 14 reps I want out of this. At a minimum 14 reps. And right now I'm feeling pretty good actually. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a stretch down, just a little bit more, not too much. I'm not gonna go all the way down like this because that's how you can hurt your shoulder. I'm just gonna go down just a little bit to where I could feel a little bit down by the chest area, by my armpits and back up, and I have it under control. Again, we're gonna do at least 14 of these reps this way, a little bit at an angle with the dumbbell. And that angle runs kind of across towards your elbows as I'm doing this exercise. Then from here, I'm gonna stay in this position, I'm gonna put them up like this, and now I'm gonna do flies. I'm gonna do these flies out like this. And with the fly exercise, you gotta be careful. I am not extending my arms straight out like this. When I do the flies, I kind of do a hugging type motion, a little bit more of a hugging motion, and I'm bringing the dumbbells across my eyes. So focusing on my eyes, where I want the top of the dumbbell to go by my head and my face, and I'm kind of like I'm doing a hug of a barrel when I'm doing this exercise, and I can feel it in my chest, more the center of my chest too. Sometimes what I'll even try to do here is as I go down and feel the weight to about here and stop and I come up, I'll kind of focus on putting pressure on the lower part of my palms towards my pinky area as I come up with the dumbbell. That way I can really feel more of the center area of my chest as I bring it up. It's something you guys are gonna have to go through for that mind-muscle connection so that you can get an understanding of what connects with you with regard to the mechanism of movement. But for me, that's something that helps me as I go through this exercise. This is a great exercise to do as well in tandem with the press. We want a minimum of 4 to 6 sets of this exercise, 12 to 14 reps for each exercise itself. So if you do the presses, flat bench presses, at least 12 to 14, and then work yourself right into the flies, another 12 to 14. Sometimes do it even more, and you do that 4 to 6 times. You're looking at 8 sets to 12 sets of a chest exercise, which you're gonna get a great pump, a lot of volume, and you do 14 or 16 reps within each set. I mean, think about it, guys. You're doing hundreds. Add it up, all right? I'm not a mathematician, but add it up. It's good numbers for you guys to get the volume that you want in your chest area. And think about it along the lines of time too, because again, commercial gyms, you get yourself in a corner, you work these 2 little exercises for the chest. This will help build your chest, more of the center area of your chest. You're gonna feel it kind of all over. But again, this kind of takes the deltoids out of the mix as when you work the incline. When you work the incline, for whatever reason, because of the angle, we tend to get a little bit more of the delts involved, which, it is part of it. There's nothing you can do about it. That does add to the overall side and structure of your chest, but you also want to work the center area of your chest and not always engage your delts, hence, putting yourself in a flat bench. Now, some of you guys will be these strong proponents of decline. And, we can get into arguments about decline presses. I don't like to do decline presses. I don't think that they're a great function to do, especially as you're older. I see guys on a decline press with a barbell putting 2 plates on each side, trying to work it, these older guys, and all I think about is shoulder stress and injuries associated with it. I don't think it's a great, let's just say, bang for the buck type exercise versus doing something with the dumbbells, doing something either with a flat bench or with an incline press. But again, the jury's out. Everybody's got, an opinion on that. Frankly, for me, as an older guy, I find that it's easier to control the dumbbells and not necessarily beneficial for me to go back on a decline trying to, move the weights up that way. Plus, I think what it also does is it tends to, you focus more on your lower boobs. And when you think about it, older guys, what's the first to go? Your upper area. So your lower chest area is not necessarily something you're going to be able to build up because the skin, as you get older, the laxity, it just happens. It's part of life. So if we could focus more on the upper chest area, if we could focus more on sometimes, disengaging and not getting your delts involved in the exercise, I'm going to go and approach it and try to find those type of exercises to do that. Again, guys, what is it? It's the mind-muscle connection. It's the thought process in what you're trying to accomplish when you go into the gym. You want to focus on a particular exercise and engaging that muscle. That creates the efficiency. You get in, you do your reps, you do your sets, and you get out. That's built different. That's what I talk about on the platform. You go in and you get out. If you've got issues with regard to your chest, if you've got some injuries with regard to your shoulders, you can work around it. You know what particular exercises work for you and what don't. Don't do something stupid. If you're in pain or if you have an injury or if you're in a position in which you can't do a particular exercise because of a range of motion issue, don't do it. Do something else. You got to be thoughtful about the process because we're not in it for a sprint, right? This is a long-term marathon for us. We love fitness. We love discipline. We love the clarity that it provides us. And we want to do this for the rest of our lives, God willing, right? So let's do it smart and let's approach it with longevity in mind. Guys, we're built different. Subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you can to engage. I'm here for you guys. If you've got questions, please ask me. If there are certain body parts or exercises you have questions about, let me know. I don't know all the answers, but I'd be happy to dig into it and take a look and give you my humble opinion on different things. And I appreciate all the feedback and support I'm getting as we grow this movement. We've already approached 25,000 subscribers. Who knows when we'll hit 50,000, 100,000, but I'm just so humbled by the experience, and I'm glad I'm able to share with you my opinions of 40 plus years of training and working out and helping everybody along as they move into their senior years of life. Built different, guys. Thank you.